All right, friends, happy Sunday morning. Welcome back. I want to bring some old information forward into our studies today. I think this is very important for everybody to be critically aware of. If you don't have time in this, you might not be aware of this. So that's why I think this is very important for you to keep your eyes on. Another thing I want to stress on this is nobody knows the exact date and rate. This investment alone is very difficult to study simply because a lot of the news that comes out is inaccurate and misleading. You have to study this investment more from the angle of what they reveal to you or what their actions are versus what they tell you. Okay, again, this is more of an action based investment than what's shown to you in the news articles. Okay, if you want to accurately study this, you have to look at what they do, not what they tell you. Let's get started. So now, going clear back to 2011 in this investment. This is the founding father of this whole investment. He was put in place by the Bush Jr. presidential administration, Sinan al-Shabibi. One of the things he said, clear back in 2011 on this, okay, which is right here. Let me find it. Here's a summary of his plan. He said Iraq should be able to track inflation and reduce it to no more than 2%. Right now, their inflation is at 1.5%. Okay, so that's in range. Okay, it says reduce the note count. They already have. They've gotten most of the citizens into the banks to get them to transition to debit card, electronic transactions, and so forth. That's been the big push for the last few years. Okay, flush out and recover 90% of the monetary notes. I'd say they're probably at that threshold. Again, they've been working to get the citizens into the banks for debit card usage for years now. Monitor the parallel market rate. That's the big one I want to discuss with you. Monitor the parallel rate market, US dollar versus Iraqi dinar to central bank official rate. Establish a close, this is it right here, guys. Establish a close match between the parallel market rate and the CBI official rate of the dollar, no more than or not exceeding plus or minus 2%. That's the big one. This last week is when this data just came forward and hit the news, getting revealed to us. Okay, again, this just came forward. Okay, right here. That's the fact that this just came forward, along with some other news that's fresh from this morning that I'm going to show you. We'll go to show you how close they are. Right now, they're within about 4 to 5% on that plus or minus 2%. Okay, right now, and here's another one for you. We have a member of our group that shared this too. It says, Guru Walking Stick, pay close attention. They're telling you the official rate and the market rate of the Iraq dinar and the US dollar, that the gap is less than 4%. That is big. The reason why is because one of the line items in the 25 budget that maintains their IQD value is kind of a not to exceed or within plus or minus 2%. This is dangerously close. That's absolutely true. That's what I'm showing you guys. Okay, right now, when I scroll down on this, there's a news article. It says these are my comments. Parallel rate significantly reducing. It is, and again, this came to our attention within the last week or about a week ago. Right here, they're saying that today says, this is from today, Sunday morning, the Iraq dinar fell to 138,000. So again, it's within right now a 4 to 5% threshold of the 1310 range. Okay, it's getting closer to that 2%. It could hit within that 2% threshold within about 30 days, 3-4 weeks, somewhere in there, 3 to 5 weeks, somewhere in there. It can get within that threshold by the end of August. August might be a very critical month to our investment. I would keep your eyes on aspects like this right here through the month of August. This is going to be a critical piece to your puzzle. I'm going to show you another reason I would strongly recommend keeping your eyes on August. This came out this morning. They will be, according to their news is stating that their 2026 budget is going to start being submitted to the Council of Ministers. That's a group that creates and draft amends laws. during the month of September, let me scroll down right here. It says the Ministry of Planning is currently working to prepare the broad outlines of the 2026 budget in preparation for presenting it to the Ministerial Council for the Economy next September. It will then be referred to the government to discuss its constants and variables before submitting it to the House of Representatives in accordance with the constitutional process. Well, one thing we need to look back at. Right now, the 2025 budget has already been draft amended. They finished that. They spent 7 months from March of last year through October of last year. They spent 7 straight months last year draft amending the entire 2025 budget. The step or aspect of them getting that submitted to Parliament right now for approval within Parliament is waiting for the rate to change. Okay? So what they're suggesting to you is, in order for them to really start these steps of working on the 2026 budget, they might be waiting for the 2025 budget, again, to be approved by Parliament first before moving on to the 26 budget. And the 25 budget is waiting for the rate to change. But again, they're going to start working on and drafting the 26 budget according to what they're saying within this news article as of September. I would strongly recommend you keep your eyes on the month of August. Okay, August is showing from many different aspects right now to be a very critical month, because again, they're suggesting to you that they might have the level of stability within that 2% threshold range on the parallel rate, along with potentially having the rate changed and then getting the 25 budget to Parliament for approval after the rate has changed, allowing them to start drafting and creating the 26 budget in the month of September. So again, August is suggesting or moving in the direction of being a very critical month to us. I would strongly recommend you keep your eyes on the month of August. This is the level at which we study right here on my Patreon forum. If you guys would like to join, I will put a link below. We study at a very accurate, thorough level. We also are studying peptides. I've had asthma my whole life. Peptides, I was able to use peptides to remove inflammation from my body and remove asthma. I no longer have asthma due to removing my inflammation. I've also had, for the last 7-ish years, I've had rheumatoid arthritis, very severe pain. There were days I couldn't even walk. All of the pain has left my body, and my degenerative tissue is healing right now. I feel the best I ever have. Also, it has provided significant weight loss to many people in my group as well. Both my wife and I lost 20 pounds within our first 4 weeks. We were averaging 5 pounds per week in weight loss. Tremendous research and development products. Friends, thank you for joining. Take care and have a great day. I wish you guys the best.